Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a short-ish edition of the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Division 1. See the fixtures for today. Obviously, apologies for not having a game the other day, but not feeling 100% at the moment, and I want to still make sure that the league gets completed by the end of the month. So here we go. Aston's Ajax, Stargate Rangers. Basically a dead rubber today. No selections for me, the team. Imagine Madrid versus Loco Calaveras. We've got one of the teams in. North Trafford versus Roundhay. We are good to go with that one. Old Age Balls Falaraki. Always both teams getting themselves sorted out. It's great. Real E versus Team GB. I will just have a quick look and see if when the last Real E team selection came in. I think this might be on time. Yes, this one I believe is, yeah, we're good for that one. That's perfect. What else do we have today? We've got Steelhawks versus Allenson and Trumpton versus a unselected Tyneside team for today. So we got into the games. A message here. Loz Hughes, who was manager of Loco Calaveras, will not be taking charge of the final 5 games of the season, so it'll just be left to they will go by the players who've played the least games as of next match, but the team was settled from the other day. Okay, so the table as it stands, Stargate Rangers 3 points clear of Steelhawks and Real E both going for the title there. Team GB a point further back, and then of course we've got that battle of the 4 points separates Trumpton, Falaraki, Loco Calaveras, North Trafford and Roundhay and Aston's Ajax all together. And then 4 points separates Old Age Ballers, Imagine Madrid, Allenson and Tyneside in the others. So it's all the rule of 4 as it stands. There's somebody viewing, superb, it's such an early start, but thank you very much for whoever it is who's turned up and is watching. We'll just have a quick look at this news here. Well, all exciting, isn't it? Anyway, we got into it and we got Steelhawks versus Allenson as the opening match for today. So Allenson side in, big formation change for Big Noopy. Alex Manninger coming in for his 3rd league start of the season. Just not playing much at all. Like Ghetto is also just on game number 4 for him. In addition to that, Aguinaga's moved in centrally. Del Piero's moved back in centre mid. Glerup Nielsen's back in, and Alex supports Yakubu from a bit of an angle on there as well. Last time out they lost 2-0 to North Trafford. Last time they played Steelhawks they got beaten 4-0, very very comfortable. We go over to have a look at David's team for today, and he's dropped Murat. He's dropped him. Looking into the team today, Shearer up front, Mendieta and Dyer further back there, Bars and Boya Beckham the selection, and just while we just have a quick look at that side, I'm going to make sure I've got the notes up for Steelhawks for this game, because I know that David always has stuff. There we are, he's got a lovely selection up there in front of me. Mr. Sanford, good afternoon indeed for you. Good evening from further east. And of course we're on with the games here for the next few rounds. If you do fancy running a team for the last 4 matches of the season after today, then please just let me know. It'd be Loco Calaveras that you'd be in charge of, actually. If you are interested in taking those 4 games on, just let me know, and you'll be running them after today. Well, that's great. Kicking off with this one then, so Steelhawks and Allenson. If I do sound a bit kind of like then I am off work at the moment, not feeling very well, so just try to get these games done while we can. Yeah, David, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right, you should do it. It'd be great to have somebody else taking charge of the team, and someone who's obviously heavily involved in the Champ Manager community. It's still 0-0 here, but Yakubu it is, who scores the opening goal for Allenson. 1-0 up against Steelhawks. But surely Steelhawks have enough in the long run in this game to do something about it. David, you can do your own subs if you're here. That would be great. You don't have to worry about what you've said, unless you want me to refer to the guide, of course. Your team You got Bowyer at 88%. He's just low on stamina, this Lee Bowyer. I don't understand what this Lee Bowyer is about for stamina. Not a clue. Data editor fully checked out. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, that's where we are for them. If you want to make any subs at half time, just let me know. A couple of sixes there with Turam and Bowyer, and then a 6 for Shearer. Yes, more out on your bench, of course. For Allenson, they'll stay as they are despite the Alexandre 5. I think at this point, so I'll leave it on there. Stats wise, 3 shots, 1 on target, 2 shots, 1 goal on target. There. I just checked Big Lippy whether he did have any sub requests. I don't think he does. No. Form and fitness 60 minutes. Go with the instructions. I shall indeed. Where are we? Your instructions came in nice and early. Anyone on 5? And note the number of shots that Shearer had. Shearer has had none. Okay. And nobody's on a 5. So we go to 60 minutes. Don't worry about your signal. We'll keep a control of this and for you. That's fine. We go to 60 minutes. Shearer with his no shots at 45 is easy enough to remember. And an injury there to Bowyer. So if Bowyer injured, replace with Scholes and sub Palacios on for Bowyer. Done. We'll count this as a 60 minutes here. 60 minutes, anyone on a 5 sub off. If Shearer hasn't scored or hasn't had another shot on target, sub for Murat. Well, I will check that for you. At this point, there are no 5s. He hasn't had a shot at all, so we're going to replace Shearer with Murat. And that is your substitute instructions complete. Allenson. Well, Nestor's on 83, but he's not. I don't think that's his form of fitness, and he's doing okay with that. We take a little look at the other things here. Del Piero will be withdrawn for D'Alessandro, and I think that will probably be it as far as the team goes. Aguinaga as well. Aguinaga and Zickler should be another change, with Zickler supporting Yakubu. So we go to the last half hour of this match. Definitely Steelhawks trying to turn this game round. Kieran Dyer on a 9. Allenson could go over 20 points. If they win, it'd be remarkable for a team that, earlier this season looked dead and buried. They could pull themselves out the bottom 3. Late chance this will stop Steelhawks going top of the league. Oh, one last one. Oh, it's 1-1 as Abgar Barsam scores an equaliser in the last seconds of the game. Wow. The assist from Kieran Dyer, who'd been superb. Yapstam played well. And Barsam it was, scoring the equaliser with just their 4th shot on target. 1-1 it was. Checking those stats out. 13 dribbles from Kieran Dyer. Incredible stuff. Very, very unlucky to Allenson for not holding on for the victory, but they do hit 20 points regardless. Well played to both teams. Old Age Ballers versus Falaraki. So the Old Age Ballers team is in quite strong for today. Maldini to say Kohler, Lizavizu Cafu. It's a good strong back 5 there, isn't it? I just having a look here at Martin's instructions, check everything's being followed up correctly. In here, they're all correct. Yeah. Effenberg back on dead ball, so I must make sure that is done, because I thought there was something that wasn't quite sorted for today, so let's get sorted there before we kick off. Yeah, and the subs are all as they are supposed to be on the bench. Lovely. And they're up against Falaraki, who have brought Shearer back in despite the fact that Ferdinand was a match winner last time out 2-0 victory with both goals. Last time the two played each other, oh, it's red on red, isn't it, this game? Wonderful, that one. McManaman with 2 goals and David Seaman hitting a 10. Seaman is the sub goalkeeper these days. Let's see. It's purple on purple on yellow this time, not red on red. So we go with this one and we see what it brings us. So the first 10 minutes, not a lot going on. Ball played forward for Falaraki, making the first chance. Maldini's not had a great start to the game, but mostly the old age ballers up the better side. In the early play, Lizarazu having a great game so far. Nearly half an hour in, it's been a yellow card. Phil Neville has it. And an injury to Steve McManaman. That's a shame for them, isn't it? Darren Anderson will come on straight away for McManaman on that right hand side. Oh, Shearer with an early hit there, didn't quite pay off. He's not having the best game for any team tonight, Alan Shearer. As we approach half time, there it is. No team have, I believe, any half time instructions. Here we go to 60 minutes, but a quick check of stats. Only 1 shot on target, it was Falaraki. Not the best game of football, not the best advert for Swemp so far this match. Batistuta missing the target for the old age ballers, whose form has just dropped that little bit recently. Batistuta missing and Lizarazu goes off injured. Well, that's a miss, isn't it? That is a big miss. He was having a superb match. But when you're in 57, we will just play it a few extra minutes there. That'll do. So, if a 6 or less on the ratings here, we can do one of the subs. No subs unless injury. There we are. No subs unless injury. So we don't do anything there. They've made theirs. It's Falaraki who need their changes, of course, and it's Redknapp for Gascoigne, but they have made a sub already, so Tony Adams is more struggling, Ince is more struggling. So we will overrule the substitute here in terms of doing one of these. It's Paul Ince will come off for David Batty instead. Shearer hasn't scored, and he hasn't scored. That seemed more of pressing than taking Paul Gascoigne off. So it will be Shearer's not going to come off. Shearer's not going to come off because they need to make the other change. They need to make that other change there. Tony Adams is going to need to come off for Steve Howe. It's saving the players, isn't it? Making sure they're not injured when they're actually really struggling. Batty is booked straight away. Shearer's missed the target. Batistuta scores. It's any late chances maybe. Oh, and Steve Howe goes off. Unbelievable. The struggle hits them. Davy Batty will just go for and play at the back. The one who came on for an injured player goes off injured himself. Well, only 1 shot on target. 4 old age ballers was enough to win them the game. And well played to them. Really not a very good game of football at all from either team. And the game is over. Real E versus Team GB. Both teams are in here. Alf went for no changes, I believe. I think he just sent me a message saying no changes. So does that class as superior man management? I don't know. But yeah, it's no changes. They go as they are. And last game Matchday won 5-1 against Imaginary Madrid. Real E had a bit of a change of system today, quite a few player changes in the lineup as well. Last time round they beat Trumpton 2-1, and last time they played each other it was 2-0. Chris Kirkman was on inspired form. So what do we lead to today? Harold Shetner refereeing, and an injury immediately to Neil Lennon within seconds of the game kicking off. Who would be the best player to drop into that position? I can't see Alf in the chat, he'd have said hello by now. Dropping Barry Ferguson in, not like that. Dropping Barry Ferguson in, and bringing David Beckham on in centre midfield is probably the option here. Beckham having played 16 times for the team this season. There we are. Obviously without sub instructions, it's just got to be what it will be. And there's Ferguson, move back to defensive mid and gets the opening goal. Veron equalises just a few minutes later, 15 minutes in. We've got both teams really going for this one. And of course something that could get... Kieran Dyer turns it round, and Real E now are going level on points at the top of the table as it stands. But Team GB equalise, and it's Gary Neville with the goal. And that means that these teams will just be 1 point apart. And it's a red card to Rio Ferdinand. It's an absolute footballing nightmare. Big game this indeed, David, you're absolutely right. And what a strange big game this is so far. Well, what would you do in this situation? I think the best bet is probably to sacrifice David Dunn, because he's been totally ineffective, and I've got no instructions on what to do with a red card. So Omo Kamuga into the middle of a back three, and an arrow on Veron will just get him going further forward. Well, it's a crazy match of football so far, isn't it? It's 2-2 as it stands, and Ekiog has been involved in the attack, and there's a goal. It's a goal for Patrick Vieira. 3-2, and it's not even half time yet. Smith tries to equalise, Kirkland making the saves, and Viduka nearly makes it 4 before half time. What a match this has been. 13 shots on target. That's the last 2 matches have had 7, and in half a match this produced 13. So incredible start to this game. No teams have any instructions at this point, and we go to 60 minutes. What a great game it's been. There's been quite a few bookings on that Team GB side, and a miss then, and more chances. But we approach the subs, and they're on their way. Right, so we'll have a look. Team GB, it's Real E first. Okay. So if we only need to make, bearing in mind what's happened in previous games, if we can make 2, we'll make 2. So who would come off up front? Well, they're both on 8s. They're playing well. So we'll just make the one change, and it'll be Hendry, and we'll leave the strikers as they are, because they need to keep us up back. Especially with 10 men, they don't want to go down to 9. And Al's Team GB, I think, what's his latest instructions he's given me about anything? Well, I had almost no instructions for a while, just fine, and carrying a card, 75% or less. No. Okay, so we keep going. We got just 25 minutes left in this one. Viduka and Van Nistelrooy both playing very well up front. Team GB need a goal to come back into this, but It's very, very tight. Very tight at the moment. Real A holding this lead. Kirkland has transformed himself from a 5 to a 9 over the last half of the match, and it's looking for one last chance. Will there be an equaliser? There may. Gerard misses, and it's full time. Real A3, Team GB 2. Huge result. I think that puts them 4 points apart now rather than 1. Massive, massive game. Great result. Kieran Dyer getting the winning goal. Man of the match. The winning goal. Total nonsense. It was Vieira with the winning goal, I think. It was indeed. And Gary Neville did manage to score his first goal for the club. Lennon's passing was great before he went off injured. Aston's Ajax versus Dalgety Rangers. Well, yep, okay, so we go into this game. It was a very entertaining game, wasn't it? And hopefully this game will be what it will be. Half time. And an interesting match. There's lots to watch, but I'm not. We are Trumpton versus Tyneside. No team from Tyneside, I don't believe either, so I will just check that. But last message through, 23rd of Feb. No, we had games then. No. Okay, Trumpton, however, have a team. And we go into this one, just with big kids sub-instructions. There we are, hoping to change his fortunes for today. You can see here that there's plenty going on with the Ariano playing up there in a very wide position. So lots to enjoy. Last time these two teams played against each other, it was 2-1 to Trumpton, with Berg getting 2. Play to half time. There'll be a really short break at half time. Just need to do something just for a second at that point. We'll watch the game from Trumpton's point of view. Not much going on so far. The chances had come Tyneside's way early on, but Trumpton trying to come back into this a little bit. Not much is happening for them. Zidane's had 2 chances so far. The game trying to go through him, but really not a lot to say. Ariano out wide has got himself in a position to shoot and nearly hit the target with it. Pence has missed his chance as well. Coming up towards half time. And yep, there will be just a really short break at this point. Like I said, just need to go and do something for a second, but I will be back. And I'm going to leave it on Trump's page, just in case Big Kid turns up or anything. He can choose his subs, but otherwise, I have his subs lined up. See you in a second. Right, well, anyone on 5 or injured off at 45? Oh, Kaladza will be withdrawn at this point. So who will Kaladza come off for at this point? It's a centre back. It's Jamie Carragher. going to come on there into centre back, and the rest of it is being left for 65 minutes. At the moment the shot size 4-2, still 0-0. And we move through to 65 minutes, still nothing going on. Trumpton not able to break down this side. Chance for Tyneside, they couldn't get in there. Oh, and look at that, the perils of it, nothing happening. 73, unbelievable. 8 minutes of absolute nothing. So a lot less time for the subs to make an impact here. Any fives off? No. 83 and on a 6 or worse. Well, Zidane's on the 81. Let's have a look at that then. So it's miles away. Zidane's on a 6, so it's going to be Zidane. So who would come on a centre mid at this position? I mean, this is a Ray Parlour change, isn't it? There we go, Ray Parlour to come on. And the only other 6 was Sotil, and he's not there. And then the least fit off, but it's just Zidane has come off, so we'll make that second change there. Can they do anything in the last 15 minutes? Pens are having a chance. Still not a lot going on, still nothing to break down either team. Johnson keeping it. Is it gonna be 0-0? Late one maybe? No, it's 0-0, and they just could not break through at all. The team then, Roy Keane, man of the match with a 9. It's nice to see that he's actually picked up a bit of form at last this season, and it's comfortable 0-0. Not the most entertaining game in the world after the last match is, last match that counts. Great match that we had. Imagine Madrid versus Loco Calaveras. Like I said, Loco Calaveras, there's, as far as I'm aware, no team in. Yeah, it's definitely no team in, because it's been, you can see here, they've been set to a flat 4-4-2 with a change of manager after the previous manager was sacked, and now no manager here. So there we are, they've been selected. First players in each position, I think it was, for that. And Imagine Madrid team from Chris this time sees quite a few changes there. That Robin and Yordi are sent up further up the pitch. I'm just checking, it's definitely the formation that yeah, that's the one we're looking at. Great stuff. So we kick off this one. Imagine Madrid will be the team that, for the sake of the league, would be hoping to see win this one, because they've got a manager in. But we'll see what happens. It's still 0-0. Loco Calaveras in the Brazil kit this time round. A yellow card for Alan Smith. Well, that's a surprise. Anything else happening? Oh, not really. The Loco Calaveras side coming forward a bit more, but chances, many more chances for Loco Calaveras, because there's been none for Imagine Madrid. If this does not end up, here we go, it is 1-0 now. They've had absolutely nothing to offer. One shot at last coming from Mendieta, but it's 2-0. And really, this could have been more. 8 shots, 5 on target to the 1 of Imagine Madrid. There's no sub instructions here. well, we'll go by the ones that are written down there, but that'll be at 60 minutes. If they apply, because they're from a previous game. It's one goal though. Frank Lampard scoring straight after half time. They've pulled themselves back into this game a little bit. Are they now going to start turning this into something more enjoyable for them? Kesman putting it just wide. Well, I mean, Smith's on a 6 and a yellow. So who would be the sub? Is it Anelka or Fowler? Well, Anelka's. Yeah, I think it will be Anelka for Smith then. I can't really see. There's no one. I mean, yeah. Let's just check the fitness. They will go as they are towards the end of this game. Hey, it's Kesman! He's equalised. It's an incredible comeback, to be honest, after being absolutely nowhere this first half. Can they hold on? I mean, it would be massive if they could. It looked absolutely dead and buried. 10 minutes to go, the ball coming back forward for Calaveras. It's not gone in, but they are still looking more dangerous than their opponents to score a winner. Ronaldinho missing. One last chance for somebody. And it's a full-time 2-2 draw. I mean, that's great for Imagine Madrid. Absolutely brilliant that they've come back into that game and saved a point. Anelka didn't do anything as a substitute. Kesman played himself in there with a great goal and an assist. Lampard with a goal and an assist as well. So well played to them. Norsk versus Roundhay. Roundhay's team sees how many changes? Let's have a look at Jim's side here for today. I'm sure they're in on here. Yeah, they're in. I don't know how many changes it is, to be honest with us. Gorvanek's out, isn't he, from last time with Bowyer in. And up front last time round it was Crespo and Inzaghi, and now it's Shevchenko and Crespo. So yeah, there are a few changes to the lineup. Last time these two played each other was 3-2 to Roundhay. And we go with that team as it is. Ryan keeps the team the same as last match, and I suppose, you know, why not? They got a win. They did get a win. I don't know why I'm looking to see what their result was last time they played against Roundhay was. But just before we'll play the first half, and then I'm just gonna pop up again just to check all is okay. So the first half underway, and it's an early goal for Magna Hoset, captain in the side, leading them to near the promised land. 1-0 it is so far. Roundhay struggling to get into this game. Oh, they have had a chance. They've hit the frame there. And then Crespo coming forward as well. They are looking much more dangerous. Crespo is now yellow carded. Simeone playing very well for them. It's halfway through the first half. It's 1-0 still. Will there be a second goal in this first 45? Flo with a chance, nearly getting it. We are just into those 10 minutes or so from half time. Chances at both ends, or certainly action at both ends if there haven't been shots. Shevchenko, it's Luis Enrique puts it in. I think Shevchenko hit the post just before that. And as the whistle approaches, any last chances before the break? No. We have a look at see how things are going there. The shots at 5 and 4 and 10 and 5. There's nothing to do necessarily. I'll be back in a second again. It wasn't a long break last time, so I'll just do the same again. Norsk 1, Roundhay 1, half time. So I just checked the instructions. I'm pretty sure unusual 60s. There we are. So we just continue, I believe, through to 60 minutes. With a yellow card for Hegemeli in the second half. Luis Enrique has a yellow card as well, and Mihailovic. Discipline's been lost a little bit in this action. Team's looking for a change. I mean, these subs were going to be made ages ago, but the ball still hasn't gone out. There we are, 6 minutes later, the ball goes out. Nobody really struggling there. And for Roundhay, they have their usual 60 minutes substitutes, and they are for poor performance or potential injuries that are causing issues. Shevchenko will be withdrawn, despite the fact that he's not the one on the yellow card. Let's have a look at who's played the most. Inzaghi's played 8 and Solskjaer has played 18 times, so he will be the one to come on for Shevchenko. Other than that, it might just be the fact that they'll probably leave everything else as it is, to be honest. And Norsk has scored. It's the Solskjaer that they've got that's been playing the full match that has scored the opener. Well, the opener. The third goal of the game, to the separator, as it could be called, and probably shouldn't be. Oh, it's an equaliser, and it's Harry Kewell getting that, and Kewell again. He's turned the game around. Unbelievable. Roundhay in the lead now for the first time in this game. What's inspired Harry Kewell? Crespo putting it just wide. A red card for Bakker. Oh dear. Well, that's not going to help his team anyway, is it? And there it is, 3-2. Harry Kewell getting 2 goals with his only 2 shots in the game. Ending up with a 10. Crespo ending up with a 10 despite being booked. What did he do in such massive amounts? He was fouled twice, and he had a lot of shots. I don't know. He didn't have a lot of shots, did he? 6 key passes. Probably what's built towards it. 4 dribbles. He wasn't fouled twice. That was Shevchenko. Anyway, and for North Trafford, well, I suppose you could say they didn't deserve to lose that game, but they played well. And unfortunately, undone by a quick-fire Harry Kewell double, and now have to contend with Bakker's suspension. And there's our games. And obviously we had the 2-2 draw between Loco and Imaginary Madrid. We had a 3-2 win for Roundhay, a 1-0 win for Old Age Ballers, 3-2 to Really, massive game there. Steelhawks and Allenson drew 1-1, and Trumpton and Tyneside drew 0-0. Which obviously leaves Real just 3 points behind, still at the top of the table. Steelhawks on 41, 2 further back now, slipped to 3rd. Team GB on 39. Trumpton and Roundhay, the 2 teams profiting with. Well, Trumpton didn't win, did they? They got a 0-0 draw. But Roundhay now are 6th, as high as they've been all season. I think we'll have a check in a second. Loco Calaveras on 30 after their draw. Falaraki 29, North Trafford 29 as well, and Aston Isaacs down to 27. Old Age Balls 23, now 6 points clear of bottom place in the table. Imagine Madrid went up to 21 and Allenson to 20, so Tyneside now favourites to finish bottom of the table. They have now a goal difference worse than anybody by 1 in the position that they're at, despite the fact that they still picked up a point. Fixtures for next time. So this is where we have, is it cup games as well? it's a Norwegian Cup semi-final next time. So on Sunday, we're going to see the 3 Premier League games and the Cup semi-finals on at the same time. This is Sunday night, and we'll have a look at those fixtures again. We've got Allenson versus Asner. So Allenson versus absolute nothing. They'll always be picked by the players who've played the least matches now. Asner. I don't know what else to do. Roundhay versus Steelhawks. Roundhay on a big upwards trajectory at the moment, catching up to Steelhawks, who just dropped for the first time, and Tyneside flatlining there, and North Trafford, who at the moment, they got a late defeat in their game, didn't they? Into the cup matches on the same day. Faliraki versus Team GB. Faliraki and Team GB 4 places apart in the league, and the Old Age Ballers versus Real E 9 places apart, and 20 points separates the two teams. A quick look into the games after that. We'd have next Wednesday, those games there. That's a filler, so that'll probably be. What have we got left? These games are the 23rd, so anyway, they're all on the fixture things. Except there wasn't supposed to be games this Sunday, so they will be played this Sunday. It's all good. We'll sort it out. I'll put a tweet out about that one. And just to check Division 1 just before I go, because it's obviously looks like quite a fun little league in Division 1. Vålerenga have already secured a playoff place, and that's basically not a lot else to be said about those. They're doing okay. Bjorsen have been relegated. They're absolutely terrible. I'm just going to click through to get to the fixtures. Gascoigne's not too old to be playing. And the 1 match ban for Phil Neville, David Batty ban, McManaman injured, Howie injured. And Gascoigne, I don't think I've ever seen her voiced his confidence in the manager. Oh, nice. It's a new one to me. Clickety click. Any managers now where there's no management, there's going to be no defence of players. A Norway squad, which is all safe, and a Norway under 21 squad, which is now not going to feature anybody from inside the league. So if we have a look at their clubs, Imagine Madrid, so Smith needs to be withdrawn. Yeah, despite the fact that there's no manager, let's not ruin it there. A Team GB player, another Team GB player, Allenson, don't be missing a player. Can't see any others. No, if I've missed any, then unintentional. What sort of positions do they need? Looks like a lot of midfielders and 3 midfielders and 2 centre backs could be brought in. Well, I am just literally talking nonsense. Bringing in their midfielders that don't play in the league would be the best things to do. They're not based in Norway, so that's fine. Anyone else? So bring in from outside. Stormo, he sounds lovely. He can come in. Mohamed Abdullah, good stuff. a choice for midfield. Daniel Brarson played in the Premier League, didn't he? You can't be bored of a player like that. He can come in. And 2 centre backs. Hopefully with some lovely names. Let's just see if anyone's got any good. Steiner Schanzenbecker. He can come in. He's definitely got a place in the team there with that name. And Paul Seaman. Lovely. Norway's under 21s are expecting a defeat coming up. Are they going to be asked to submit the squad? Because I haven't. Glaring submit the squad or else kind of thing. There we are. So we click through. Vålerenga promoted. Build up the praise for Kirkland. Real E. But it's silent, isn't he now? Defend. Any more news? Grove. Rui Costa's gone to Grove. We've already moved 3 days through here. Gascoigne's back in training. No comment. Yeah, no comment. I wonder how he feels about that. Probably not great, but the team now starting to just have a few issues. How did Bahada feel? Lost confidence in his manager. Oh. Yeah, well, I've lost confidence in the manager, he's never here. Joe Cole, build it up. It's a lot of clicking. Off of there. I can't let him go, but he's still in charge to submit for a game. And here we are, the save. And there it is, match 23 and cup. And that's the end of the show for us tonight. Many thanks, and we'll see you again soon. Goodbye.